And absolute horror in New Jersey when a father finds his two young boys dead at home, their own mother now charged with murder. Hello, everyone. At 6 o'clock, I'm David Ushery.
I'm Natalie Pasquarello. We do have to begin with that tragedy out of New Jersey, the killing of those two young boys who were just 5 and 7 years old. News 4's Charles Watson live in Hillsborough with just a difficult story, Charles.
Yeah, Natalie and David, a terribly difficult story, certainly for the family at the center of all of this, because it was the father who found the deceased bodies of their sons, according to police, and then told authorities that his wife was behind the murders of their innocent 5 and 7-year-old sons.
Now you gotta, I don't know how a husband, well, I mean, how do you if you automatically know that your wife is the killer, how do you even let her around the children?
It's awful. It's just absolutely awful.
Noreen Rogers having a hard time making sense of the shocking murders of two brothers ages 5 and 7 inside her community in the Brookhaven Lofts. Even more shocking, police say the boys' mother is responsible for killing them.
I can't imagine how she could do that and what her husband must have, felt when he got home.
The kid's mother, identified as 35-year-old Priya Tharsini Natajaran, now behind bars charged with their murder. Police say it was the kid's father who called 911 Tuesday evening after finding the 5 and 7-year-old boys unconscious in their apartment on Shell Court. The father telling a 911 dispatch operator that his wife did something to the children. When officers arrived on scene, police say they found the young boys unresponsive in the bedroom. Medics attempted to save their lives, but it was too late.
As a mom, I can say it's really very devastating news.
This neighbor, who's also a mother, says she lives on the same street and saw the police presence, but had no idea that a tragedy was unfolding.
It's not, there's a lot of cops, a lot of...
Yeah, a lot of cops over there and medicaps as well. So that's the only thing which we saw, but we didn't know what happened.
The boys were students at Sunnymead Elementary. Hillsborough Public School Superintendent Mike Vogt calling their deaths unfathomable, writing in part in a statement, quote, "Our priority remains the emotional health of our students and staff. Crisis response teams and additional counseling services are on site and will remain available for as long as they are needed." What's mind-boggling to one neighbor who knows the family and asked to remain anonymous is that Natajaran seemed to be a good mother who was actively involved in her children's lives. Others who live here calling for justice.
I pray for the families of the kids. If she's in jail, that's fine.
Yeah, and the medical examiner's office will perform autopsies to determine the cause of the victims' deaths. As for their mother, she is currently facing 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of third-degree possession of a weapon for unlawful purposes. She's currently being held at the Somerset County Jail.
So I wonder how they didn't mention how they killed. They just said they were unresponsive. So did she feed them some kind of drugs? Hold on, let's hear the charges one more time.
Autopsies to determine the cause. Yeah, and the medical examiner's office will perform autopsies to determine the cause of the victims' deaths. As for their mother, she is currently facing 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of third-degree possession of a weapon for...
Okay, third-degree possession of I'm assuming she gave them some kind of sleeping pills, oversleeping pills. You see these kind of cases with like mothers who intend to kill themselves. She kills the kids first and then she kills herself. But obviously, this is a tragic situation, and I can't imagine how it would feel as the father just walking into seeing this, and the fact that you automatically knew that your wife did something. That seems like a big problem to me, and you should have not left your wife with the kids. I mean, but maybe it's just I don't know. If my mind automatically comes to my wife, I previously knew that she was capable of something like this. But let me know your thoughts. Let's go over to this next video and see what else details we can find out.
We begin with the horrifying new details about that mother in New Jersey, now charged with killing her own 2 sons.
The children's father made the devastating discovery yesterday inside the family's home in Hillsborough. New Jersey reporter Anthony Johnson is live there with the information. Anthony.
Yeah, we just got a copy of the criminal complaint this afternoon. In it, we found out that the mother actually wrote a note saying that she was going to go ahead and kill the two kids and then kill herself. Also, in the complaint, we found out that she strangled the two little boys, and then at that point in time, one of the boys had been dead for hours.
It's very awful. Jesus, I can't believe that.
Killed the mother actually wrote a note saying that she was going to go ahead and kill the two kids and then kill herself. Also, in the complaint, we found out that she strangled the two little boys, and then at that point in time, one of the boys had been dead for hours.
And this is a mother. A mother.
It's very awful. Jesus, I can't believe that. I'm scared. Oh my God.
Pairathasini Nataran is being charged with double murder in the deaths of her two young boys, ages 7 and 5. Police said the father of the children arrived at his Shell Court home Tuesday evening and found his two children unconscious. He told 911 that his wife had done something to the kids. The idea that a mother would take the lives of her own children has left neighbors on edge.
It's scared, man. Super scared because my son is had 7 years. My daughter is 11 years, so I don't know what happened with the people.
Both children were pronounced dead at the scene. The 35-year-old mother appeared in court this afternoon while students and staff at the Sunnymead Elementary School mourned the loss of the two little boys. Their shocking deaths are impacting teachers and classmates, along with those who lived near the family.
Tragedy, and just my thoughts and prayers was with the father and the grandparents, and I just hope he gets some kind of a understanding of what happened.
Police were wrapping up their investigation this morning. Meanwhile, the superintendent of schools is expressing his concern for the victims, their classmates, and teachers, issuing a statement saying, "There are no words to adequately capture the weight of this tragedy, and our hearts are with the families and the entire Sunnymead community as they grieve." Crisis response teams and additional counseling services are on site and will remain available for as long as they are needed.
This is absolutely crazy. So think about what they said previously, y'all. They said that the mother wrote a note saying that she was going to kill her sons and herself. And then she ended up. I keep feeling like I heard it wrong, but she said strangled her two kids. Then what? She was going to take some people, or was she never truly thinking of ending her own life? And this was just a way to think about her defense. Because see, y'all got to remember that now. Because all this now is all about how the defense is going to try to play it to the jury. Oh, she was very distraught. She was going through a mental health crisis. She was in the act of killing herself when she killed her kids, but then she couldn't kill herself. They're going to try to spin it like that. Now I don't know. Well, we might get some more details saying why she didn't end up killing herself. But right now it's looking like she only said that for like the defense. Because strangling your kids, I've seen a lot of y'all know y'all this is AC Reviews of the World. We've seen a lot of stuff, and I've never seen or talked about where a woman who killed her kids. It wasn't like a violent death. That's strangulation is violent. She wanted them dead. At least that's my thinking.
It's actually very sad about that. As a mom, I can say it's really very devastating news, and but we don't know what's going over there, what happened exactly. We don't know. We have no clue about that.
She is 100% correct. We got to wait for more details to come out because right now we're just inferring on stuff that we've heard and just making our educated guesses.
As we said, the mother was in court this afternoon, charged, of course, with murdering her two kids and weapons possession. She's expected to be back in court next week. But everybody that's out here living in this complex is wondering why a mother would do this to her two young children.
She pleads not guilty. Not guilty. Let's go over to the AI breakdown and see if we got any more details. You know I'm not even going to try to say that name. But the 35-year-old woman from Hillsborough, New Jersey, has been arrested and charged with first-degree murder of her two sons, ages 5 and 7. So they were discovered on January 13, 2026. The child's father returned from home at approximately 6:45 p.m. and found his sons unconscious in a bedroom. He called 911. The first responders attempted life-saving measures, but both children were pronounced dead at the scene. Charges. So they faced 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of third-degree possession of a weapon for unlawful purposes. A not guilty plea was entered on her behalf during a virtual hearing on Wednesday, January 14th. She is currently held at the jail pending a detention hearing scheduled for tomorrow. So the detectives recovered a handwritten note addressed to her husband during a search of the home. While the medical examiner is working to determine the exact cause of death, prosecutors have explicitly stated that the mother caused the deaths. So as of no specific motive for killing has been released. So she did have a note. So let's see what are the reports? Yeah, I already know I spelled that wrong, so I don't want to hear anybody's mouth. So what are these reports on strangulations? While the official cause of death is pending, an autopsy by the medical examiner, court documents, and police reports from the mid-January from the case indicates that the sons ages 5 and 7 were killed by strangulation. The following details regarding the strangulations were released in an affidavit. Let's see, probable cause. So physical evidence, investigators found multiple ligature material in, what is that? Did I say that right? Materials inside the home. One of the boys reportedly had a visible ligature mark on his neck that was consistent with strangulation. According to the affidavit, the boys appeared to have been dead for several hours before the father found them. The children's father told police that the mother confessed to killing before he discovered the bodies. Additionally, detectives recovered a handwritten note in the home where she allegedly detailed her plans to kill the children and herself. But why didn't she kill herself? They're not even going to have an answer to this. Why didn't she kill herself? Is anybody saying anything? While police reports and probable cause confirmed that she planned to take her life, they do not state exactly why she did not follow through with the attempt before taking into custody. Absolutely crazy situation, y'all. Crazy situation. I can't imagine. So it sounds like the husband, she confessed to killing her kids to the husband. And he came home, found them. That's why he was like, okay. He called the police, said my wife did something crazy. Or he didn't say those exact. Oh, I'm interpolating. So that's definitely not the right word. But y'all are gonna kill me in the comments anyway. It's a crazy situation. Absolutely crazy. I would like to know from her own words why she didn't go through with it. But she's just gonna say that she was scared, she couldn't do it. But the real question is, was it just a ruse to kill her children? I would hate to believe that. But just the fact of the cause of death, what people are saying, the strangulation, I don't know. I it's hard for me to believe that a mother who was trying to, who wanted to kill her kids and then kill herself would do it by strangulation. It's We'll have to do a deep dive into this and see what more information we can get out of this. But this is a crazy situation, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on this and let me know if you disagree with anything I said. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's pivot.